Oh, we want to go that rabbit hole. I just learned something crazy. So Neil Armstrong, when he, Neil Armstrong, the guy on the moon, he went to on uh, Antarctica, and he says that when he came out, because they had to pull him out because he had like a panic attack, a heart attack, like all types of attacks. And the person that known him after he died came out and said it. He was like, we discovered something that we should have never discovered down there.
Would you rather have your partner cheat on you in front of the entire world or in private?
Like me, your niece such money in the summer, we're gonna have beef.
And then it dies of starvation. What now?
Don't play. I saw the Instagram.
I'm a winner at life.
Because we don't want to spoil the movie. Who's gonna want to watch it?
All it is critical thinking, honestly.
You have made the best decision of your life. Welcome to the show. It's Christian, Steven, John. Yo. Oh, first of all, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Our first episode back in the new year. Real quick, let's do this real quick. What are some of your goals for 2025?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, let's do you.
What we doing?
Yeah, he said it.
Pauso.
Calm down, brother.
You listen way out. You know what I'm saying?
That's not one of my goals for this
Look
year.
at
I'll
the
tell you that
shorty.
right now. Like, it's not.
You're starting to look like a shorty, you feel me? Starting to look like a little tang, you know what I mean?
Things are thickening. I hear you.
The plot thickens.
The goal is to continue with, what I'm saying, the body. I'm saying keep hitting the gym.
You're doing a great job, by the way.
I had to reweigh my food because I'm like, I can't get past this 240 mark, 230 mark. So I'm like, let me see what I got to do here. So that's what I'm doing this week. I'm just reweighing all my food, making sure I come down a little more than I was before. Secondary income, you know what I'm saying? And maybe a third. That's the goal. But I'm trying to learn a new skill. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people are so hyper focused on doing something that they want to do, whereas like if you stop and take a minute and you look around you and you look at it from a different perspective, things are a lot easier if you just absorb what you can around you. You get what I'm saying? Like there's you're trying to do things I understand like doing things that you want. If you want to do that, go ahead. But I also think that like you're trying to put yourself into something disadvantageous, like school and shit like that. I feel like that can be disadvantageous, depending on how much money your family got. But there's also like other opportunities around you. You just look around, you're like, yo, I could learn from that. I could stick my nose in that and do the same fucking thing.
So like make the most out of your environment, soak up.
Legally, okay. Don't stay in the environment illegally.
Yeah, just soak up the game that's around you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, I mean, I don't really have an ego, but this is more so like what I was saying before, like a tip. Drop the ego. Like if somebody's making more money than you, why are they making more money than you? Go ahead and make that same fucking money.
I think we all have an ego. That's part of life.
Yeah.
I disagree. I don't have an ego.
That's not true.
That's not true at all.
We don't have to stay there. It's not true. We can move on.
It's true.
You might have a huge ego. You know what I'm saying? Your ego might be
of course, yeah. That's what I meant. The standard person's ego, every fucking person you talk to, their ego is up here.
Yeah,
their ego is like above their head.
Yeah.
Well, how about you, John? What's some of your goals?
I'm gonna make it simple. I just want to better myself in every aspect of life, spiritually, mentally, and physically. You know what I'm saying?
Same shit last year.
And I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on it. Yeah, like it's just like I'm in a journey of like just bettering myself in every aspect of life, in the sense like just learning more about myself and letting me dictate my out, not the out it dictate me. So
you exploring your sexuality or
nah.
So what are you gonna, at the end of the year, what can you look at to see if you were a success or not?
My mental state.
I'm trying to see if there's anything like you can that's measurable.
Is honestly, it's like I said, it's within myself. Like we overlook a lot of things that happen to us, and a lot of things that like we just put in under a cover just because we think it's like, oh, like I'll get back to it. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to be able to control my emotions in every single type of situation. Because at the end of the day, like sometimes I feel like Like sometimes I like, for example, there was a situation the other day that I was just absurdly mad for no reason. And like, I used to have a lot of anger issues. So like I sit there and
Used to.
I
I
I
just want y'all to know that we about to play. We about to play video games after this. So I'll keep y'all updated.
See, no,
and honestly it's like things like that. Like I just like wanna understand my emotions or where they come from. You know what I'm saying? Because like people don't take it for granted how powerful you are in a sense when you control your emotions in every single type of situation and how to go about them, you know?
I mean, look at mass murderers. They're all emotionless.
Yeah,
That
you
shows you how strong you can. I mean, this is a bad fucking example, but shows you how strong you can be.
Yeah, and then and when it comes to physical gains and stuff like that, like business wise, I want to build more businesses, not just one or two, because it is said that you need to be a millionaire, you need 7 successful incomes, and to create one incomes, you need to fail 10 times. So I'm
yeah,
gonna trying to just build. You know what I'm saying? I want to create a better future for my family and for my son. So
okay.
it's just things like that, but it all starts in the mind, you know. So you
Let's
have to have a healthy mind to do so.
let's do let's do like quarterly check-ins on our goals.
Okay.
See where you at. So like in March, we'll
Yeah.
check in March. What are you doing? How's your other business coming along? We'll check in.
All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah. And then we're already doing it with our physical. So like that's another aspect of it we could just add on to it.
All right, so
100%.
we'll check in for me for 2025. I want to focus on having a structure to my day, my life, really, and not like I feel like I've been doing good, just like freestyling the day and winging it. I've been doing good, just kind of freestyling. I'll do this just this amount of time today, and I just wing it. But I think I could be more effective and more efficient if I have a structured day where, like, no matter what, I'm in bed by 9:30, 10. I'm in bed. No matter what, I'm up at 4:30 in the morning. No matter what.
I don't want you to be so hard on yourself because the thing is that life do happen, and that's one of the aspects I was saying about being able to control yourself in a sense like I spoke about it before. I'm sorry I'm cutting you off, but I did speak about it before. I told you guys I'm like, oh, damn, I totally forgot what what I mentioned. Continue, because I'll get it back. I started thinking about too many things at the same time.
Yeah. Just having a structure so I can be more efficient with my time and get more things done. Cause like I just been freestyling what I'm doing. So I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna edit until for 2 hours. And then in 2 hours, I'm like, but if I edit for 2 more hours, I'll be done with this thing, and I don't have
Okay,
to do
okay,
it.
okay.
You know,
And then,
coincidentally,
mhm,
that's something I'm also doing. I'm tomorrow. One of the things I want to buy tomorrow is a fucking physical calendar because
yeah,
this phone calendar is not working for me.
I mean,
you just end up on Instagram double tapping on some shit.
why don't you use the from the chat calendar that's coming out soon?
Let's
I
wait a
mean,
year for that, but
yeah, we gotta wait till next year, but that'll come out.
um,
But I do want to buy a physical calendar because I'm like, oh, I want to do all these things, and then the day comes, and I'm like, oh, I totally forgot I wanted to do this.
I got it. So you know how I said about the gym? Like when you go to the gym, instead of you put your mind that you're going to the gym 5 times, and instead of you go 3 or 2, instead of being like, damn, I missed 2 days, you got to put it in the mindset that be like, I went 3 days, so I
yeah,
did something. You get me? Don't be too hard on yourself because that's how you
yeah.
deteriorate your mind state. You know what I'm
I think
saying?
I think having the structure and even like life happens, so some days I might not be able to make it there, but like okay, one day I wasn't able to do it. That doesn't mean the rest of my week or the rest of my year is over, right? I just this is my routine. I got out of it a little bit today, but it's okay. I'm back on it tomorrow. I just keep it going. Where I feel like this whole year I've just been like doing the most I can, and if I'm up to 1 in the morning, so be it. But then it drains me the next day, and then I don't
Yeah.
have the energy to do it the next day, and just being able to stop cold turkey. All right, I'm only working for 2 or 3 hours today. Done. On to the next, and that way I have more time for myself, for to exist in the house, to all that shit.
So basically, just more discipline.
Just yeah,
Discipline
just
with a
And
T.
not, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
and just be able to I don't know what John said, what Steven said. Yeah,
As because John said disciplined, and I was like, yeah, disciplined with a T.
okay, yeah, and it's just that. Not so I'm not spread thin, just be organized. And I don't know how I'm gonna do it as far as like because I've had a whiteboard here that didn't really work out for me. I've had a calendar. I don't know. I think maybe just having the structure. I do like the physical paper in front of you. You can take around with you, all that shit. But
I mean,
Do a
there,
vision board.
a vision board.
Yeah, of things that you want to accomplish this year.
I think also
Yeah,
putting
Might do
adding
that.
smaller things to your routine, right? Like you wake up, right? You obviously you have the bedtime and your wake up time. But all right, so this time I want to be have my teeth brushed, and then at this time I need to go check my calendar, right? And then until it's just something you're fucking doing regularly.
Yeah.
I started this thing where I haven't been on Instagram, on like my personal Instagram for I think it's 2 weeks now, 3 weeks, and it's like something that like to me is a great accomplishment because that takes so much time from the day. You know what I'm saying? And like I just want to keep that run going right now, and it feels amazing. Honestly, it feels amazing.
What is it? Because you're still on Instagram. So is it just the different algorithm? You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. Like
Not
so, like I
that.
have two Instagrams, right? My first Instagram is my personal, and then I locked out of that one. So the Instagram I do have is more about like I just follow like healthy things, like just a stoic,
Aesthetic.
a stoic, a stoic.
Stoic.
Yeah, stoic. Yeah, like more stoic things like gym routines, like like mental, like just motivational things to just talk about life. I follow healthy things, art, music, like, and not just seeing like because I grew tired of seeing the same thing. People overlook this like things that they post, and is honestly you start looking at it, and it's like the same thing over and over again.
Bro, I told you I unfollow a lot of people who post the same shit.
Me too. Me
Yo,
too.
if you post every day that you're a mom, you are more than a mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I'm being fucking absolutely fucking brutal and real.
So
I'm
funny.
fucking bored of that shit. You know what I mean? If you post your ass cheeks every day, I'm bored. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, I don't need that either.
I did have a lot of ass cheeks on my personal account, so I had to get away from
So
that too.
why don't you just like do that on your personal account and just don't look at bullshit so that your
Algorithm
algorithm
fixes.
and your will fix itself.
No, because a lot of things that are from like what you like. So like if there's a post that I like,
Stop liking the bullshit.
I
Start liking
guess
good
like
posts.
that's that like so I just took it away. Like like I have right now that's something I wanted to work on. Like my self discipline with online. Like you sit there and then you look at the time and then you keep scrolling because that's what is meant for is to keep you entertained. And then don't get me wrong, it's not things I don't like, but it's more of a entertainment instead of like mind growth. Because I read a lot of those type of books. You get me? So like entertainment is one thing, and then this is another. And honestly, just logging out of my personal account just has me off the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not on my phone. Instead of wasting the little 10 minutes I'll be doing something else.
Yeah, I definitely see that. I think I might try to do some of that too. Maybe I'll get more done. Just like put the phone.
Yeah, like
I
you
don't
get
know.
me.
I love my algorithm.
Yeah, I think if I just do music, I'm fine. Because I think once I get into like of the videos, if I start like watching podcasts or stuff like that, if I'm watching it, then like it's just on the corner. So if I'm working, I'm just gonna end up doing this.
And I don't wanna sound rude to you guys.
I'm just looking at it for like 30 minutes instead of working. I'm like, oh shit, and then I'm back.
But we're two different. We're totally different in the sense that I have a lot of people that talk to me on my personal Instagram. You get me? So I get engulfed in that, and then I'm just talking. Like I have matches. Like if I log into my personal Instagram right now, I have over 20 messages, and I go through all of them. You get me? Like, and
Yeah.
it's
I
like
have a question though. Why do you think I don't have people talking to me?
You
because
don't respond.
you're not fun. You're not a fun person. You get me? Like it's too much, and I have to like literally just sit there.
Thinks the most of himself probably. But like I have mad messages too. You know what I do? I just look at them and I keep going. I just
Yeah.
like don't
I'm
care.
not a
If
rude
it catches
person.
my eye, I'm gonna look at it, but I'm just keep going.
Nah, because then I feel rude, like not responding to people. Because you took out of your day to text me. Why I'm not better than you. You know what I'm saying? So like,
No, no. I absolutely think you can be better than other people. What do you mean? Like, if you
nah,
text me some shit that's
that's not.
absolute fucking nonsense or
The thing
bullshit,
is, like, if I see you send me 20 reels, I can't sit down and watch 20 reels, bro.
yeah.
Like I'm gonna choose maybe when I'm in the bathroom, I'll revisit the thread and look at it, but I'm not sitting down and watching this 20 right now that you just sent me.
Now I'll go through the images of the reel, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll watch this one, and that's it. But I'm not sitting
Yeah,
through 20 reels.
I can't do it right now.
And this the problem is that I probably already saw it from someone else sending it to me. You know what I mean? Like I saw that shit 3 weeks ago on Twitter.
And like And like sometimes like people that have sent me that, like if you're hearing this, you'll see like 4 days later I'm liking something you sent me that
It's because you taking a shit.
that means like I'm going
I'm
back
in the
and like,
toilet right now. Let me respond to you.
and I have the time right now to look at it.
Right.
You
But
know.
just like it's my way of disciplining myself better. It's just it works for me. I don't know if it works for you guys, but it works for me. So I do it.
Anyway, another news.
But
You heard about what happened in Louisiana?
Shout out, shout
was
out,
that
rest in peace.
the car thing?
Or no, that's the one in Las Vegas. All right. So real quick.
So many things. Go ahead, break it down.
So since this will be out on Monday, let's go over some news. You know what I'm saying? I'm the newsman. So on I don't remember what day, but the guy from Louisiana basically ran down a bunch of people in his car, got out the car, and then shot a bunch of people. I don't remember. I think it was like 10 people that died or whatever in Louisiana.
That's so crazy.
This is extra. We don't gotta do this. I didn't ask for this. Anyway, so I didn't want to be on the spot. All right. Anyway, I guess. Damn. Wait, can y'all at least come back? Anyway, so the news broke out, right? And the guy that they caught was a brown man, and it was almost instantly labeled as ISIS, like instantly. The guy was brown, and it was labeled as ISIS, right? Then you had the Las Vegas bombing, right, where the guy took the Cybertruck, parked it in front of Donald Trump's hotel or whatever, and blew it up, right? So after that happened, they had tried to see if they were connected, and apparently those two people were army veterans. Both of them were army veterans who both served at the same time, same place, same fort. So they went back on the statement of the guy being ISIS. They're like, "Oh no, this isn't ISIS," right? Which is kind of fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I took a larger look at I took a global look at it, right? And how often the word ISIS is used to like villainize a group of people.
Yeah.
And there was a point in time where there's Russia and Ukraine are at war, right? Where so there was a bombing in Russia, there was a bombing in Ukraine, and this is roughly almost the same time as one another. And they both said, "Oh, the other paid for ISIS to bomb us." And I'm like, how does that work?
Do
You know
you
what I'm saying?
do you think that these things are done intentional?
Oh, one more thing. Also, there was an ISIS member who was discovered to have an Israeli passport on him. I don't know how that's what I've heard. I don't
On
know if
him?
that's a fact. Yeah, he had an no. It was his passport. It was Israeli. It was from Israel. And when he was found, he had an Israel passport on him.
Wait, why is that news?
Because why is an Israeli posing as ISIS or joining ISIS?
I think maybe I don't know enough about ISIS.
They're against ISIS, Israeli people.
I mean, I assume so. Isn't the whole world fucking against ISIS? Like that's what it seems like.
It just seems like I don't care. Like whatever passport they have, they're just part of ISIS. I don't know what.
No, ISIS is like a group of brown because they're posted as Muslim extremists, right? It's like, oh, if you don't believe in Islam, you're gonna get killed or whatever. That's like the whole motto for ISIS, quote unquote.
Do you think the media using ISIS as his boogeyman and just attaching it to whatever they can? Same thing with like when the pandemic happened, where like now everything was like a global threat to make another pandemic. Like, do you think these things are intentional, or do you think
Of course.
this is the news media saying like, not intentional in this way? Where do you think it's the news media saying like, oh shit, this got us ratings? Can we do something else? Can we attach this to something else?
Oh,
Or do you think it's intentional where there's someone behind the strings feeding this information like, hey, tell them it's ISIS, like someone else.
Oh, I believe both. I believe it's one for ratings because let's be real, you attach the name ISIS to anything,
Yeah.
and they look anything Middle Eastern, forget it. It's going viral.
Who controls the media?
Everyone, to be quite honest.
Yeah. Well, I feel like there's probably some like behind the scenes government, like definitely
It's whoever has the most money. Let's be real.
I mean, we've that's fact now, right? It came out that like the government was working with Facebook and Twitter to like do things like we don't have to go down that rabbit hole, but I think that's fact now.
Well, it's more than just Facebook, Twitter. You got Fox, you got MSNBC, you got.
We don't have to stay here because we're not a political podcast. Everyone listening.
Oh,
But
I
like,
forgot about.
you know what's weird is how they said it was uh, election interfering when Biden had Twitter scrub the Hunter laptop story, right? Or Facebook, right? That was like part of the argument. It's like, yo, this is tampering or interference because you're scrubbing this news that would affect the election. So you're fucking with the election, right? But then the richest man in America buys that place, Twitter, and now it's only retweeting and supporting this other party, but that's not tampering or election fraud.
Depends who you it depends who you ask. You know what I mean? Like
I feel like is like the one was a story that you're suppressing, but this other one is someone like like promoting you on a news outlet.
I just feel like everybody has their own source of outlet. You know what I'm saying? Because the Democrats had CNN. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then everybody has their own type of agenda and how to manipulate the masses.
Yeah.
So like, I don't want to put it on just like, because like honestly, like I'm not political or anything, but everybody does their own little tricks. You know what I'm saying? So we could pick and choose, but they all do the same thing at the end of the day. I'm a strong believer that all politics are evil. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the bottom line of it. You gotta. It's like it's like, you know how you have to fight to win and do dirty tricks. Some people just do dirty tricks, so they all do the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
When do you think a politician becomes like evil or corrupt?
when their life is threatened.
Do you think? But so you do think in Inception, all of them are coming into it like, I'm going to be the change. I want to help people,
I think so.
and they're coming.
Hypothetically speaking, if Bernie Sanders had won, right? Because Bernie had great, ideology or whatever. I think at the end of the day, he would have been an evil person, because as soon as he got up there, it's corporations threatening his life.
And not only that, at the end of the day, it's corporations that run America. So you have to do things to get the money. You know what I mean? You gotta dance for the people. You know what I'm saying? So like eventually you might be. It comes into terms of how much evil you want to do to present the good. You know what I'm saying? Because like you just gotta get your hands dirty at the end of the day.
So is it that you get to a certain level and then they're like, "Hey, yo, come here,
Yeah, they pull you into the room on the side, like.
for a second." So check it out. Aliens are real. They're actually underwater, hidden behind fucking.
Oh, we want to go that rabbit hole? I just learned something crazy. So Neil Armstrong, when he, Neil Armstrong, the guy on the moon, he went to Antarctica, and he says that when he came out, because they had to pull him out because he had like a panic attack, a heart attack, like all types of attacks. And the person that known him after he died came out and said it. He was like, we discovered something that we should have never discovered down there.
Of course.
I've heard some stuff like this that were like there was multiple scientists that were sent to
Yeah,
Antarctica.
and they all had like something really crazy happened to all of them, and they all had to be like taken out because
that's where every government power does their testing. Like, of course. Why do you think it's a non-owned land? You don't think the U.S. would be the first to conquer the fucking Antarctica if they could?
And you get shot on sight if you got no clearance to get on that.
Yeah,
it truly is known.
So you think for a fact there's bullshit happening in governments are doing bullshit in any area that they're like, they have a specific area where nobody can reach them and they're like doing bullshit.
Yeah, of course. Bro, I feel like media is so powerful because at the end of the day, bro, if you would have presented aliens like the facts that have been thrown at us in the 70s and in the 80s, the world would have gone crazy. But what they do, they start putting out shows, movies, cartoons about alienate, so you could get familiar with them. Because like, think about it, aliens are real. It is a known fact, and it's like they're sent by the government. We have spoken to aliens, and nobody's tweaking.
No, we haven't.
What you mean?
We have not spoken to aliens. We have sent messages out, but we've never received them.
We spoken to aliens. It is a known fact that we've spoken to aliens.
Okay,
what was that conversation like?
Can you show me that? Yeah, how would they talk? The reason that so I agree with John.
Am I wording it wrong?
Illegal aliens. Like Pablo and them. Shit. That's what you're talking about. You talk about them? Like, yeah,
Listen,
we talk about them all the time. I talk
if
to them
you're
daily, probably.
if you're talking about like contact with the aliens, we have not actually had 100% contact with, not that
Yes, we have.
publicly know.
Yes, we have. Yes, we
N-
have.
Pull it
No,
up.
you haven't. Yeah, you
Yes,
could pull it up if you
yes,
want to
we
show
have.
me. But the reason that I believe aliens exist, there's a picture, there's an image, right? You know, we can take images of shit billions of years, billions of light years away.
Yeah.
There was an image that came back, and
Oh,
it
shit.
showed a planet similar to ours at nighttime. You know, when you look at the planet from outer space or pretty fucking high up at night, you can see the lights, right? You can see that the city's populated. There was a planet similar that had lights, as if it was populated just like the U.S. I mean, not the U.S., just like Earth,
I need to
right?
see.
Where it's at nighttime, you can see the lights turning on, and
I
that
need
came back.
pull up the picture for
So
that.
so aliens sightings started the moment after Pearl Harbor, and they're saying that basically what happens is like they were like, oh, like you animals discovered a way to bring a star down to Earth. We gotta let you chill and confuse her with something. That's the first time aliens came out, right?
After
And
the first nuclear.
after the first nuclear bomb in 1970 something. Nah, I'm sorry.
Oh, and into your story right here, a lot of the sightings have been around nuclear plants.
Yes, and nuclear, yes, and on I want to say in the 90s, maybe early 2000s, there's a recorded video of a ship flying underwater at a speed that is to this day we cannot achieve. You feel me? So that's why the whole rumor about aliens being living underwater this whole time, right? Now, something that a lot of people don't overlook. Yeah, it's crazy because like so another thing that happened was that there was a couple sightings of pilots that went out and talk about this dark orb that they see just floating in the thing, but they can't get close to it enough. So
Oh,
there was one actually accident where one of them crashed into it, and when he came back, he was delusional. Like he couldn't speak, he couldn't explain what he saw. Like he went crazy about it. And there's a lot of things like that that has happened throughout the years. For example, you know the planes and things that people have been seeing on the coast of New Jersey. This
Jersey.
is not the first year that happens. This has been happening throughout the years, every single year around the same time. We just started to notice now because it's more. You feel
What
me?
do you think? What do you think that is? Do you think that's actually drones? Another
Think
government?
think about it like this: if any drones will be invading the United States that we thought were human made, they would have been blown out the sky already.
No, any drones that enter the U.S. airspace without us being able to identify it would be followed by F-22 Raptors immediately. There is
Exactly.
no answer. Yes, I
Exactly.
don't. I don't
And
think it's aliens. It's government.
and then
It is
the
not aliens.
what happens with these planes is that they literally come up from from the Atlantic Ocean, and then they can't track them down because they disappear once they're done scanning whatever they got to scan. They disappear right into the ocean again, and the U.S. government cannot
Yeah,
find it.
but there was a test done to see like what these drones were doing, and the way that they flew over the Jersey coast was in a grid format, right? And what these planes were doing was stealing like radio. I don't know like the exact terminology. I'm not a scientist, but basically trying to be able to find cell phones and other devices that put out radio links out, right? Like satellite.
Uh-huh.
So basically, what it seems like the government, because this is my opinion, what it seems like the government was doing. This is a an educated opinion of mine that I read online.
Yeah.
This what it seems like the government was doing was testing this to be able to use it to like find bombs. Again, this is extreme. Like, why would you use that to find bombs? But to find bombs, nuclear devices, because a nuclear warhead Dike went missing. Right, that is extremely fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
Also, extremely bad on the U.S. for somehow losing a nuclear fucking warhead. You know
So
what I mean?
so
Also, there was one plane that crashed, right?
wait. So these drones are finding signals, and what they're actually looking for is nuclear signal.
Well, no,
Yeah,
no, no. These
because
planes,
it's smart to look at things at night. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes
What
sense.
signals
these
are
drain, these drain,
That's,
these
that makes
drones
sense.
are supposed to like they're supposed to like find signals like of your phone to try supposedly. I don't think this would be the
It
reason,
makes
but
no sense.
how does it not make sense? You couldn't even fly your own
No, there
drone
will
up to
be
it.
if a nuclear warhead would be lost, there would be more foot on the ground, then flying objects in the air trying to, you get me? And then on top of that, there was one sighting when one of the planes crashed and it was surrounded by cops. Nobody could have gotten close. Like, bro, I get the
I
rumors.
don't. What does the nuclear warhead have to do with cell phone signal?
You just said that they're looking for nuclear
I
warhead.
did not say that. You made that up. I said that a nuclear warhead went missing.
Right here, you do that little and you put where he says that they're looking for nuclear
I
warhead.
didn't say that. I
Wait,
said
so
that.
why are they testing this like with us? Why couldn't they be testing this in freaking?
Well,
It's
I
only
mean,
on the East Coast coming from the Atlantic Ocean. Why wouldn't they be just everywhere? And if it came from
the biggest naval
Russia,
base
if it came
is
from
on the East
Russia,
Coast.
why isn't the East Coast, not the West Coast?
If it came from Russia, it'd be blown the fuck up.
Yeah, that's why I don't think it's other government because
It's our government.
that should have been toast.
Yeah.
It's either our government or our government. Because if it
Yeah,
was
there's no
alien
other-
shit, they would have
Yeah.
fucking tried
So
to
why
freeze
hasn't the government come out with an official explanation or what is it that
Because
these
fuck you and fuck the people. What do you think?
because it's probably some bullshit. And
Yeah.
they're like, nah, they didn't need to know about this shit yet.
Yeah. It's probably a test that failed, and they're like, oh, we wasted all these people's monies and our
Hey.
trillions of fucking in taxes.
Say what you want though. When Trump comes into office, he's gonna be like, oh, that shit? Oh nah, we was looking for, you know what I mean? We was no. We was looking for fucking this dude lost the fucking phone that was like high tech. That you
To me, it makes no sense to look at things at night. Have them running all day long. If you're looking for something, have them running all day. Why did they
Who's
come?
gonna pay for having them running all day long? Okay, looking at this
If they're looking
from,
for us like a signal, then they don't.
I
have
don't
to
know. We don't know exactly what they were
No,
looking
no, I'm
for,
saying,
but
if they're looking for like a signal, if they're looking for something like that, then they don't have to do it during the day. It could be during night when nobody's out there, and they can add more of them shits swimming around.
also they probably say property of U.S. government on them. You know how hard it is to record that from
Bro,
that far. You
bro,
know what I mean? Like
I saw a drone hovering over my house, the size of a fucking car.
the size of a CRV.
Bro, I was shit my pants. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I'm
No,
like,
they were so far high up. They
I'm
look
not
like
going, bro. I'm not going to work. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Yo, hand me that shit. Fuck this art.
All I'm saying, at nighttime, I just stay looking up. I'm like, yo, what's up, my boy? I gotta find something.
Real question. Something comes to the sky, and it's not just you seeing it. The whole country is seeing it. It's some fucking crazy, some out of this world huge thing that you're not running from this. Like, what do you have to face this thing? What is your instant feeling reaction? For me, the surge of urgency and just like, oh, like I think I would be so riled up that I wouldn't know what to do. I'd just be grabbing everything. I'm like, you, my wife, come here. You come here. I'm just like trying to do something.
I'll be like, Dios llega, because they got here first than you.
What is that?
Dios llega y sácame, porque mira.
I'm gonna go back to enjoying my life. I mean, what the fuck else am I gonna do? If the thing is
like-
moving that fast, where am I gonna outrun it? No.
So
But at the same time, like, why is it gonna pick me?
Knife out.
are you running? Are you running to get your son? Like, I need to have my son with me. Like,
Crazy as hell.
you like, dude.
So, my boy, I did everything I could for the past 6 years. You know what I'm saying? If it's in your cards, it's in your cards. What am I gonna
For
do?
you, it's for
That's
you.
what I'm saying.
By the
Though,
time I
like,
get to his house, everything is gone.
But they're not doing nothing. They're just hovering right now. So you have time to like figure out what you're
I'll
gonna do.
FaceTime him and be like, Papi, look outside. Tell me what you see.
that's horrible. Also, let's be real. If they're hovering outside, maybe they're waiting for me to take a step outside. I'm gonna continue enjoying my life inside.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna send my son out to see if it's something. Because then if he gets abducted, then I'm like, I can't go outside.
You go like this, and you wait for the person next to you to go outside.
Yeah, what if they start evaporating people as they walk out the house? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, honestly, bro. Like, if being realistic, if some shit like that happens, I don't. My car not working. I still have Steven's bike, bro. I'll make it to my son. Like that's the last person I want to see before I go. If I have to go, you know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm gonna have to just whack one out. Like,
That's crazy. That's such a
You're
male
sick.
thing.
You're sick, bro.
That's such a male thing of like, yo, damn, this might be the last time I'm.
Imagine that actually happens, and I'm like, oh shit, Steven was right, and you see me in a bike trying to.
nah, but being real, bro, if there's a CRV size
Like that shit.
drone outside my window, I'm not running away from it. Let's be real. It came from the Atlantic Ocean and swam through who knows how many miles of water. This thing is an alpha male. I'm not running that shit out. Not my car. It's also shutting down people's phones and fucking drones as they fly it up. Like people are flying their drones up to the fucking thing. I drive a Tesla. It's turning my car off. I'm
Imagine,
dead as fuck, bro.
imagine it says, "Now you're good. You with the technology. You feel me? If you drive a Tesla.
Hey, listen, I'm getting the meta glasses too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have cameras
Oh,
everywhere.
you are?
Yeah.
That's
You're
fire.
gonna be snitching. That's
I,
crazy.
I heard KD said it. He was like, I think they asked KD. They were like, "Yo, Kevin Durant." They asked Kevin Durant. It was like, "Yo, how you feel about the meta glasses?" Like, I think everybody should get it. And then he backtracked a little. Was like, "If you could afford it," but I never take them things off. Like, it's amazing what they could do, and that's pretty. That's
They
pretty.
are
Tough.
really cool.
That's pretty
But
tough.
it's also like honestly, I don't see anything wrong with having cameras all over you 24/7. Yo, I was driving. You know, I don't know if you know this, but in Jersey and New York, insurance fraud has gone through the fucking roof.
I've seen so many videos of that.
Yeah, and it happened to me. Like someone tried that shit on me, right? So I don't know if you heard the story from Berto, John. Shout out Berto. I was driving to the gym with Berto, right? And this fucking piece of shit, fucking Hyundai, cuts me off.
Damn.
Yo, relax.
Hold on, damn.
Now hold on. Hyundai,
Damn,
hold on. Hyundai is the number one most sold car in the U.S. Okay, I'm giving them their props. But this was like a 2003 Hyundai, piece of shit.
Yo,
Anyway.
my man, all he had was a.
All he had was a.
I see why he was doing the fraud.
Oh,
I
yeah,
see why he was doing
God
the
damn.
Yo,
There's no ego in this guy. That's crazy.
man right here.
Nah, not me. Nah, point the other way. You're pointing at me. You're pointing at me.
This man right here. Damn, bro.
Nah, it was more so I was livid because I also got pulled over right after, right? So the guy, I don't know who it was in the car in front of us, but I'm driving right, and me and Berto arguing about Drake and Kendrick, right? And I was like, he's like, oh, you hate Drake, so I'm trying to put on a Drake song, right? I'm like, no, I fuck with this song, and I took my eyes off the wheel, you know, and I'm looking, and I put this shit on autopilot, not autopilot, but this auto steer, and I'm going through like the catalog. And then my car goes beep, beep, beep. So I slam on the brakes, and the guy in front of me tries to brake check me. Bro, it's fucking 4 lanes. It's that part of 287 with the 4 lanes. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And there's nobody here. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm looking at Berto like, what the fuck? So then I slowed down, and I was like, all right, I'm going to just give him his space. Like, I'm going to just drive safely. I'm going to give him his space. He slows down, too. And I'm like, this is getting weird. So I pulled all the way over to the left lane. Mind you, there's nobody here. It's just me and this other car. I pulled over to the left lane. He pulls over to the left lane, slams on his brake. I'm like, yeah. I went over to the right lane. He went over to the right lane. And I was like, you know what I'm going to do? Because my car goes fucking 0 to 60 fast as shit. So I was like, I'm going to slow down. He slows down to about 20 miles an hour. We're doing 20 miles an hour on 287, bro. And I'm like, I went all the way in the far right lane, and I just booked it on the left lane. And then Berto stuck his fucking head out the window and threw a bottle. Boom, threw it at the car. And fucking as soon as we got over the hill, this is a conspiracy theory I have also, personal conspiracy theory. Mind you, I'm telling you, there's nobody seeing this. I'm doing a $120. I'm like, yo, I don't know if this person has a gun. You know, they might wild out on us. Let me create some space. I'm doing a $120. I'm gone. There's a fucking a state trooper just chilling there. Pulls me over. Doesn't say a fucking word about me speeding. He's like, why'd you throw the bottle out the window? I was like, how the fuck you know this?
Damn.
I'm like, how you know this? And then he was like, yo, don't even worry about it. I'm not gonna give you guys nothing. He was like, just get on. And I assumed that he saw I drive, the Tesla, and I got cameras everywhere. And I'm explaining to him. He didn't want to hear it. I'm explaining to him like, yo, that person tried to do some funky shit. Like, I'm pointing at the cars that's driving by. I'm like, it's them. Like, they tried to do some funky shit. I pull it up on my cameras. He's like, nah, don't even worry about it. Just continue on. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And I went to the gym. He was like, oh, what you guys gonna work out today? And I was like, I don't know. I'm fucking in panic mode right now. And he was like, just calm down. Just get to the gym. And I was like, all right. That's a conspiracy theory I have. Them motherfucking two were in cahoots. Those two were in cahoots.
Talking about that, I'll tell you what. Look, I still drive trucks, but at the time I was working with my little brother, and we used to smoke a lot while driving.
Allegedly.
And we used to have this cup of water that we used to ash in it, right? And then there was this guy, same thing. Same thing. It was a single lane, and it was so slow. And it was like, yo, what are you doing? We try to like go over and he'll speed up. And I'm like, yo, what's going on with this dude? Like, I eventually got to the point where we got tired of it. And he started brake checking us, started doing all this. I'm like, bro, I have a truck. I will literally end your whole entire family right now.
You trying to get
So
that
we,
Tracy Morgan check?
so we're not. I'm like, you know what? I got at the time. I didn't have emotional understanding. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to
Emotional intelligence.
emotional intelligence. I didn't know how to control myself. So I told my brother, I was like, yo,
About that.
put the window down. When we put the window down, I was like, yo. He looked outside the window, and I was like, "Fwah," threw the whole cup of water with 3 days
Yo,
of ashtray in it,
you know
bro.
what's funny?
Brother, that guy followed me 13 minutes. When he got out the car, he was like, I'm calling the cops. And he didn't know, like, bro, we got out. Like, go, who the fuck you want, bro? What you want to do? So, yeah, I was like, man, listen. And he almost got me too, bro. He almost got me too, son. Eventually, he got a little too scared because we got a little too aggressive with him. And he got in his car and left. But, yeah, insurance fraud is still real, bro.
Yo, that's
I
crazy.
got it. I
I
got
wonder
it.
what the payout is for that shit though.
I was I don't know if this is a tradition, like a normal tradition, but my family around Christmas time we would like surprise other family members with all of us. So like let's say us three were cousins, my family and Steven's family, we would get together and be like, yo, today let's do John. And we would get food and we get a speaker and we'd go to
What we
John's
doing?
house.
What we doing?
We would
Bro,
go to we would, come on, chill.
Okay.
We would go to John's house and we would knock on his door and he would answer like, "Yo, what's up?" And then we would just have mad food in the speakers, like, "Way!" And we just like go in and celebrate, and we'll just have food for like 30 minutes, an hour, and then we like, "Yo, peace out," and we'll go home. That's
that's
like that's a tradition we had when I was a kid. Like we would go to everybody's house to do that around the holidays. So we were going to Christopher's house, my cousin Christopher, as in Pennsylvania. So we all got mad Chinese food and just like we were eating on the way. So we were like eating Chinese food on the way with like regular food in the trunk, but we like stopped, got some alitas, you know what I'm saying, throwing in and shit, and we headed up and we were driving, and my aunt was driving slow because we was all eating, so we were just driving slow, chilling, whatever. This is a car behind us. It's the middle of the night, so there's nobody else around. This car behind us, and she's driving slow. We're eating fucking the windows are all steaming from the fucking chicken wings and shit. And this guy gets annoyed, and he comes outside, vroom, vroom, and goes right in front of her and slams on his brakes. And there's no people. Only people on the road is us. All you had to do was come this way and just keep going, and you're by yourself. There's nobody else on the road. But he slams on the brakes, and bro, all the Chinese food said, vroom,
damn.
everywhere.
I'd be sick.
Yo, I was so sick. We were like, wow, and he just booked it and dipped. I was like, yo, what the hell?
Yo,
He saw y'all was eating Chinese, so he's like,
Yo,
I'm about to
since
ruin.
you're
I'm about
talking
to ruin
about
their day.
PA, yo, shout out to my Eagles for playing in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? 14-3. You know what I mean? Business casual as always. Super Bowl bound. You know what I'm saying? Stop, bro. This is sickening. What are we doing? All right. So they left me, and we're gonna talk about it. You know what? Number one in the division. You know what I'm saying? We overcame the 2-2 start. You know what I mean? Our running back is one of the greatest running backs in the league. And now honestly, I want to take this time to speak on the behalf of my beloved friend that he passed away about 2 years ago. And I honestly been thinking about it a lot. And people, I want people to take care of their loved one, take care of those who are around you, especially during these holidays. I know it was a crazy mix, but love each other and love everybody, man, because you just never know when he's gone. Shout out my boy Bebe. You know, it gets me sad because that man came from the R with a plan, with a mission. Bro, he just had his kid, and bro, he passed away a tragic way, and it breaks my heart. And every time I pass through it, because it was on the parkway, and every time I pass through, I just can't stop thinking about it. So love everybody. Um, Rest in peace, my boy Bebe. God bless everybody. Have a great day. And this has been from the Chat Podcast. Peace.
Peace.